Yes, mic check, here we go. Breaking news from nowhere. From absolutely nowhere. Let's go. Hello and a big welcome to the channel. I'm the Motorsport Madman and this is F1 breaking news. Fernando Alonso signs a multi-year deal with Aston Martin. I can't believe this. I am gobsmacked this morning. Hey, listen. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. We're going to have a little talk about this for the next however long I can talk about it for. But I cannot believe this. Sebastian Vettel announces his retirement on Thursday, and by Monday morning it's announced who's going to be replacing him. And it's 41-year-old who turned 41 on Sunday. I think he turned 41 either Saturday or Sunday this weekend. 41-year-old veteran Fernando Alonso moving to Aston Martin from Alpine. Really? I can't believe this. It's mad, isn't it, SHT? Welcoming Chris and SHT. I can't believe this, right? I mean, I know Aston Martin would be looking for like experience. They'd be looking for an experienced driver. They don't want a rookie. But I did not expect Alonso to do this move. I was thinking then, as I was like scheduling the stream and going to come live, I was thinking like, what's prompted this? Like, why would Alonso do this? Like, I can only think it's one or two things. I think it's one or two things. Either it might be a combination of both. Either he's being pushed out at Alpine. Maybe Alpine are turning around to Alonso and saying, listen, we are trying to look to the future, Fernando, and maybe they're trying to get Oscar Piastri in that other Alpine next to Ocon, or maybe Alpine have got other plans. Maybe Alpine are going to try and go for another driver from another team. I mean, that's another discussion for another day. Who's gonna take the Alpine seat next to Ocon? This Vettel retirement now has set off a big chain reaction. I didn't think it would. I honestly thought that Aston Martin might go for a driver that's not in Formula 1 at the moment, or I haven't really put much thought into it, to be honest with you, but I didn't think it'd be Alonso. I didn't. So it's either one or two things. I think he's either being pushed out at Alpine and they've had a conversation with him and they've said, we're going to look to the future, Fernando. We respect you as a driver, all the rest of it. But maybe they've had a word with him and said, listen, we are looking at Oscar Piastri or looking at someone else. And Fernando's started to look around, and then Vettel's retired. Bang, he's in. Right? Or it's this, and I think it actually might be this, that Fernando Alonso has been sold a dream. I think Fernando has been sold an absolute dream by Lance Stroll and the rest of it. Like when Lewis Hamilton was sold the Mercedes dream in 2012. Lewis Hamilton had a meeting with Niki Lauda and Ross Brawn, and he was sold the Mercedes dream, right? And now that's panned out. That has panned out probably 10 times better than what they even sold him in the first place. But Daniel Ricciardo was sold the Renault dream in 2017, 2018. In 2018, Daniel Ricciardo was sold a dream at Renault. We're going to be fighting for championships. We've got all the investment. We've got Renault behind us now. Because before that, they were like Team Lotus, and they were Lotus and stuff. And then Renault come back in like 2016, and then bang, they got Ricciardo in 19, and it was like, right. And they sold Ricciardo the dream. and it didn't pan out. And I just wonder whether Lance Stroll and the Aston Martin management have sat Fernando Alonso down and gone, we're going for the championship. And maybe they've laid down to him a 2-3 year deal, because it says, in fact, I'll go through the news article in a minute, because it actually says like multi-year deal. I wonder if they sat Fernando down with a 3-year plan. 41 in Formula 1, so it's like 41 being a football player's old, man. 41, you're pretty much done. Most drivers retire. I mean, Vettel's 35 retiring, that's a little on the young side. But most drivers retire once you get into your late 30s. Once you get 38, 39, there's not many drivers continue beyond then. I mean, I think Barrichello was around 40. Kimi Räikkönen was around 40. Alonso around. Once you get into 40, I mean, Fernando Alonso, I feel... in fact, I was saying the other week, Fernando Alonso, I think he'll be pushed before he jumps out of Formula 1. He'll still be looking for a seat in 2028, him. He'll just get to the day where the teams just go, listen, Fernando, we think you've had your day now. He loves racing. In that retirement statement that Vettel made, where he said, being a Formula 1 driver is not my only part of me. Something like that. Being a Formula 1 driver isn't my sole identity. Being a Formula 1 driver is all Fernando Alonso is. That is every single ounce of his thing. Being a racing driver is everything he's about. So he'll race till he's 50 in this sport if his body can handle it and people want to hire him. He'll still be going. He absolutely loves it. SHT. There's news saying that Alpine didn't give the contract to Alonso once yet, but I reckon there might be a bit of truth in that. Maybe they give him a 1-year contract extension when he wanted to have 2 years. Yeah, maybe that was it. Maybe Alpine said, listen, we'll give you another year, but beyond that, we've got Oscar Piastri in the sidelines, other drivers, Alpine might want to look at Pierre Gasly, I reckon Alpine now either look at Pierre Gasly, they either look at Gasly or they look at Piastri, and it's whether they want to take a gamble. I think they're probably but then the thing is right. Gasly signed for AlphaTauri now. This is I think Pierre Gasly slipped up here. Right, Pierre Gasly staying with AlphaTauri for next year. He's done that too soon. He's done that too soon because you've got Ricciardo struggling at McLaren. You've got a seat now at Alpine, and Pierre Gasly sat down and signed the contract 3 months ago. It's too soon with that. Pierre Gasly sat and glued himself to AlphaTauri too soon. And what are Alpine going to do now? Are they going to get Piastri in with Ocon? Maybe. Alonso, exactly. James Hunt was 40. Yeah, different days though. That's different days. That, Chris. I mean, that's not. James Hunt was 45. No, he wasn't. No, you're getting mixed up with someone else there. No, by the time James Hunt was 45, he was in the commentary box. James Hunt retired young. James Hunt won the 76 championship and then pretty much retired a couple of years after that. You've got to be getting mixed up with someone else there. Damon Hill was old. Damon Hill was like 40-ish. I don't know how old Mansell was when he retired, but I feel like he was getting on a bit. Anyway, that's a tangent. I won't believe Aston Martin could make a huge step forwards in the next season. This is the thing. Aston Martin must have sold Alonso an absolute dream, right? And told him, we're going to be fighting for championship. They've laid out a 3-year plan, haven't they? And they've gone, 22, yeah, we're struggling a bit. They're probably targeting like P7 in constructors or something. And then they say, right, 2023, we want to be in that top 4. Where Alpine is now, basically, that's probably where Aston Martin are telling Alonso, right, we're going to be in the top 4 next year. And then bang, 2024, we're going to be fighting for the championship. That's probably what they've told him. And you know, they probably said, right, this is our budget. We've got the Aston Martin company behind us. They're going to pump in 200 million, blah, 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 blah. We've got the infrastructure. We've got this. We're hiring this guy. We're going to hire this technical director. And they probably sold him a dream. And he's gone, yeah, do you know what? This is the project. This is the project. But to be taking on a project at 41, I can't believe that Alpine must have had a word with Alonso, because would you really go? Alpine are doing really well this season. Alpine are, you know, I say it in the watch-alongs. I think Alpine are stronger than McLaren this year. I think Alpine will finish 4th in the Constructors' Championship this year. I think they'll beat McLaren. You know, I mean, McLaren did look strong in Hungary, like, don't get me wrong, McLaren. But over the full season, I feel like the Alonso-Ocon partnership is stronger and more in sync than the Norris-Ricciardo partnership. And I feel like overall the Alpine is a little bit quicker as well. You know, Norris does pull some great results out of the bag. You know, Lando Norris is one of the best drivers in the world. You know, so Lando can beat the Alpines, but I think overall, I think Alpine are gonna beat McLaren to 4th in the Constructors' Championship. And listen, Aston Martin are probably going to be 9th. Aston Martin are probably going to be 9th out of 10 in the team's championship. So Fernando Alonso to move from what's going to be like a competitive team, that's, you know, Alonso could get a podium this season. Alonso could genuinely get a podium this season. He had a front row start in Canada. He would have, I don't care what anyone says, he would have had a pole position in Australia if he didn't crash right at the end of the lap. He was purple in the first 2 sectors. Fernando Alonso, the Alpine's good. Like, I would have thought that Fernando Alonso was perfectly happy at Alpine to do another 2 or 3 years at Alpine. The team's on the up. You know, it works well with Esteban Ocon. There's no needle there with Ocon. Everything's smooth. The team's on the up. They've got the infrastructure. Everything just seemed right. So for him to jump ship as soon as there's another seat available, boom, I'm gone, makes me think, have Alpine sat him down and said, listen, Fernando, we're looking to the future. And so he's had to jump ship. You know, this is the thing. Has he been pushed or has he jumped? Has he been pushed or has he jumped is the big thing for me. But yeah, it's HT. I'm not surprised you really hate this movie. It's a weird one. Alonso's final year at Aston Martin, he'd be 43. Fernando's like fountain of youth though, isn't he? Fernando never stop, you know what I mean? Look at me hair, Jesus. But Fernando will never stop racing. You know, even when he retires from Formula 1, he'd probably go World Endurance Championship again. You know, he'd be at Le Mans or he'd do rally or, you know, go to IndyCar. He'd carry on. He'd carry on till he can no longer carry on. You know, unbelievable. I can't believe this. Right, I'm going to get the article up. I'm going to read through it. Big shout out to racefans.net. They are the real OGs. Sorry if because this website is, in fact I should put it onto like dark mode or something, but yeah, the light's in my face, so I don't know what the stream looks like with all that light. But anyway, I'm gonna read the article now, because I haven't actually read the full article. All I've seen is headlines, and then I'm thinking, and then I'm just getting a thumbnail ready, and I'm thinking, right, I'll go live, let's just talk about it for a bit. So I've not actually gone through it. Let's go through it. Right, so here it is then, racefans.net, big shout out. Keith Collentine, you're the real OG. This is the best Formula 1 news website in the world, by the way. Yeah. Right, anyway, here we go. Fernando Alonso has pounced on the opportunity to join Aston Martin for 2023. Straight away. Why though? Why? He's been sold a dream, hasn't he? He's been sold the same dream that Daniel Ricciardo was sold about Renault in 2018, innit? He's been sold the absolute dream. I mean, it might come off. It might be that Aston Martin take a massive leap next year. Maybe they've got him the plans out for 2023 car, and they've gone, listen, next year we've got this innovation, this idea, we're pumping 150 million in from him, Lance Stroll is going all in, boom, here it is, 2023, we're going to fight for the championship, and Alonso's gone. Where do I sign? I can't believe, it's unbelievable. There's a part of me that thinks he's been pushed here, because why would you? Unless you've been sold the dream. Right, the team has announced two-time world champion has joined on a multi-year contract. He will take the place of Sebastian Vettel, who announced he retired. I tell you what, it's moved so quick. Vettel's announced his retirement on the Thursday, and by Monday he's been replaced. In the world of Formula One, the world of Formula One never sleeps. Forget your Manchester United try to sign someone for, taking weeks and weeks and weeks, and boom. I mean, he could have been talking to Aston Martin before, Aston Martin might have known about Vettel's intentions months ago, and then had a little word with Fernando and said, listen, do you fancy it? Here's what the 2023 car's going to look like. Here, Fernando, look at this. Look, we're going to run, forget Mercedes, no side pods. I mean, we're going to run triple diffuser. You know what I mean? I don't know what they've sold him, but anyway, right, well, let's read this properly. Right, this Aston Martin team is clearly applying the energy and commitment to win. Yeah, but so is Alpine. So this Aston Martin team is applying the energy and commitment to win. They're 9th in constructors. They're having a nightmare. They can barely get a point. They've sold him a dream. And therefore is one of the most exciting teams in Formula One today. I mean, to me, Aston Martin's the 9th most exciting team out of 10. Team owner Lawrence Stroll moved quickly to secure the services of Alonso after Vettel informed the team of his departure last week. He'll be driving alongside Stroll's son Lance, who's been with them since 2019. Yeah, so Aston Martin's lineup for next year will be Lance Stroll, Fernando Alonso. I mean, it's not bad, is it? But I mean, bloody hell. I've known Lawrence and Lance for many years. It's obvious that they have the ambition and passion to succeed in Formula One, said Alonso. I've watched as a team has systematically attracted great people with winning pedigrees, and I've become aware of the huge commitment to the new facilities and resources at Silverstone. So he's gone to the base. He's gone to the factory, and they've sat him down, and they've given him like a 2 or 3 year plan, haven't they? And he's gone, where do I sign? Unbelievable. I mean, this sideway moves in Formula One, like I don't know, this sideway moves, people moving from one team to another, and you're thinking, is that really a step? This is like a big step backwards as it is now. This seems like a massive step backwards for Fernando Alonso. I mean, Fernando Alonso's not got a great track record when he's changing teams, has he? I mean, Fernando Alonso's record when he's moved teams, it's just been so unlucky. Like, he moves from Ferrari just as they start picking it up. He moved to McLaren. I mean, the worst clanger was moving to McLaren just as they take the Honda engines in like 2015. Oh God, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. You think he went from Ferrari in 2014 to McLaren 2015, and he thought the Ferrari in 2014 was bad. Oh, that McLaren in 2015, he couldn't even do 2 or 3 laps without the engine blowing up. Oh, he's had some horrendous luck with moving teams, Fernando Alonso. I mean, Fernando Alonso shouldn't be a 2-time champion. He should be a 4 or 5-time world champion. Some of these... And this is another questionable move in the career of Fernando Alonso. It's another questionable situation. Anyway, I go off on tangents because I am really shocked by this news, right? Anyway, so no one in Formula One today is demonstrating a greater vision and absolute commitment to winning. Listen, I would say that Ferrari, Mercedes and Red Bull are demonstrating a greater vision and absolute commitment to winning. And I bear in mind, Ferrari do mess it up a bit, but come on. No one in Formula One today is demonstrating a greater vision and absolute commitment to winning. I think the other 9 teams would say, whoa, 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 whoa. What? Chill. Do you know what I mean? The other 9 teams reading that, I go, well, wait a minute. Just chill your beanhead here. Nah, mate. They're all trying to win at the end of the day. I mean, yeah, Williams might be trying to survive. Right. I take that on board. Williams might be in here to survive the thing. And Haas, they're rolling with it. They're in Formula 1, they're buzzing, right? Haas are in Formula 1, we're buzzing, right? The rest of them, they're all trying to win. I don't care if you're McLaren, even Alpha Tauri, probably in the background, they're probably thinking, we can win. You know, obviously you've got Red Bull, Ferrari, Mercedes, they're all trying to win. I don't care. McLaren are trying to win. Alpine are trying to win. You know, Aston Martin are trying to win, but so is everybody else, bro. So is everybody else. You know, Williams are just trying to cling on, and Haas buzzing to be there. The rest of them, listen, they're talking absolute rubbish here. That makes it a really exciting opportunity, said Alonso. Still have the hunger, ambition to fight at the front. Yeah, we'd have more chance of that Alpine, surely. Which makes me think they've pushed him out. And I want to be part of the organisation that is committed to learn, develop and succeed, says Fernando Alonso. Wow. We all appreciate this. Sorry that I'm not in the stream. In fact, she'll see what people say. She'll see what you commented. Why? Just come back to the chat for a minute because I'm on a full waffle just on that website. I am absolutely shocked here. Right. Where was he up to? Yeah, I really hate this move, blah, blah, blah. Nico Boss 29, welcome to the stream. We need Lotus back in F1. Now, those days have been and gone, my friend. But we want Porsche, we want Audi, we want BMW back, we want... no, in fact, more than all them, we want Andretti. Where's this Andretti thing? There was a big rumours, Andretti Formula 1 team. We need Andretti. If Aston Martin can make a big step forward this season, I'll be impressed, but I don't see it happening soon. I mean, it baffles me, this. The question is, basically, the bottom line is, has he been pushed, or has he jumped? Or is it or is it a bit of both? Is it a bit of both? Are Alpine giving him signs that they want to look to Piastri or someone else? And at the same time, he sat down with Aston Martin and they've sold him a dream, and everything's just a bit of a weird one to me. See Otmar and Alonso's relationship start to go downhill a bit. Or if they're not competitive, listen, if Aston Martin turn up next year and they're just another midfield team, kind of like they are now, if Aston Martin are like they are now, Alonso would be fuming. They must have told him that, we're going to be in the top 3 next year. They must have, because Fernando Alonso hasn't got the years for like a 5-year project. He needs to be winning now if he's going to win. If he's going to win again, he needs to be winning now. He needs to be winning 5 years ago. It's just mad, this. Right. But yeah, Stelios. Yeah, I mean, you summed it up. Why? Just why? I do not know. I do not know. Was he pushed or has he jumped? So the question right now is Williams. No. The question, what do you mean? Is either Latifi staying or could be Logan Sargent stepping in? Logan Sargent, I don't know about that. I don't even think he's done a test day or anything. No, I think if Alpine don't put Piastri in that car, if Alpine don't gamble with Piastri and go for an experienced name, then I think Piastri goes to Williams, and I think it'll be Albon Piastri at Williams. I think either way, Piastri's got to be in Formula 1 next season. He's got to be. Whether it's with Alpine or Williams, he's got to be. Scripted statement, damn right, Chris. Damn right. Ferrari's the most frustrating front-running team. Oh, it is. I say it in the watch-alongs every week. Ferrari have got the worst reliability of any championship contending team I've ever seen. And on top of that, the strategy, the strategists as well. It's just, and then even when the car's reliable, and they get a decent strategy, then the driver puts it in the wall or spins off. Oh God! So it's like a trifecta. It's like a trifecta at Ferrari. You know, they've got three major issues: reliability, strategy, and driver error. And so you ain't winning a championship when you've got all three of them. And it's just which one crops up every single race. Which one of those three are you picking every single race? Or you can have a bad strategy, right, you're out. Oh, you can have the bad reliability, boom, engine. Oh, Leclerc, by the way, Leclerc's hit the wall. See, how can you win? How can you win with that? But yeah, that's Ferrari. That's a different horses for different courses. Ferrari, God, that's a different day. These words just wants to continue racing F1. I think that's it. SHT. I think Fernando would just wants to be in Formula One, like no matter what. But for some reason, I genuinely think he thinks Aston Martin are going to be competitive. I don't think he's done it. I think he's been sold the dream. I think Alonso, because does he really want to be? Does he really want to be like P16 and that? I think they've sold him a dream, like Mercedes did to Hamilton in 2012. They've sat him down and gone, "We're going to win the championship," and everyone's going, "Nah, you're talking," and then they do. So you never know. You never know. Right, predict Gasly to Alpine. Yeah, Gav. Do you know what? I started going down that route about half an hour ago. I started saying, 20 minutes ago, I started saying Alpine will look at Gasly, and then my brain started turning and the cogs all started interlocking, and I remembered, Gav. Gasly's already signed up for AlphaTauri. As I was saying, Gasly to Alpine, or it's an option. Bing, light bulb. Gasly's already signed up, and so that's why I said Gasly signed up too soon. Gasly signed up too early. Because Gasly could be looking at McLaren and could be looking at Alpine now. If Gasly hadn't signed up yet, right? He could be on the phone to two teams. He could have Zach Brown in this ear on about, hey, what do you put me next to Norris. I can beat Norris. I'll compete with Norris. And then he could have had Alpine in the other ear going, oh yeah, what? Fernando's leaving? Oh yeah, you fancy two French drivers, do you, at the same team? French team, two French drivers? Yeah. He could have had both. He could have had McLaren on one ear and Alpine on the other. But instead, Pierre Gasly's already sat with AlphaTauri and said, and he's just put his feet up and he said, oh, give me another P8 in Constructors next year, boys. Nah, Pierre, lad. He's missed a trick. He's missed a trick in signing up too soon there. He's missed a trick. And SHT is saying, I don't mind Aston Martin to be a midfield team next season because it's just going to be Alonso's first season with them. Yeah, but Alonso hasn't got that time anymore. If Alonso's 25, right, you can say, right, doesn't matter if he's midfield next season. Then they'll progress the season after, and then 4 seasons in, they're at the front. But he's not got that kind of time. Like, age, time stops for no man. And how long is Fernando Alonso going to be at the peak of his powers? You could argue he's already not at the peak of his powers. He's certainly not in the form, the speed he had in his Ferrari days. I mean, he was in a different league back then. But he's still got it now. He's still got it right. He's still got it right now. As we speak today, Fernando Alonso's still got it right. But for how much longer? For how much longer? It's crazy. I think Piastri is most likely at Alpine right now. Will Alpine do that? I mean, because Alpine are a serious outfit now. Alpine are a serious outfit. You know, I don't even see Alpine as like a midfield runner anymore. I see Alpine as like nibbling on the heels of getting into that top bracket. And at the end of the day, as highly rated as Oscar Piastri is and will be, it's like you wouldn't see Ferrari take a rookie on. You wouldn't see Mercedes just take a rookie. You know, Russell had to do his 3 years at Williams before Mercedes had to go. You wouldn't see Red Bull. Well, you would see Red Bull take a rookie, but they're on a different thing. The point is, Alpine might be looking for a bit more experience than that. I mean, they might go for it. I think either way, Piastri will be in Formula 1 next season, because even if he doesn't go to Alpine, I think Nicholas Latifi, I mean, despite finishing first in FP3 the other day, I think Nicholas Latifi, I don't know. But yeah, Piastri's got to be in Formula 1 next year, wherever. To be honest, I thought Daniel Ricciardo would end up at Aston Martin. I did think that would be an option. To be honest, right, I've been so gutted about Sebastian Vettel retiring. I've not even thought about this. I've not even really considered all this yet. And before anyone, I feel like before anyone's had time to sort of like digest the Vettel news and then think, because usually this would go on for months. Who's going to replace him? Is it going to be this driver? And then you see on Sky Sports and they bring up like a list of drivers. Is it going to be him? Is he going to be paired with him? Are they going to? And there's been like months of rumours. Not a hint of it. He's retired on the Thursday. He's been replaced on the Monday. Talk about moving quick. They've moved quick round here. Blah, 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 blah. Gasly and Ocon is going to be a weird lineup. It won't be a lineup. I mean, unless Pierre just tears up the contract. I mean, how solid are these contracts? Can Pierre just... No, he's staying. Maybe go the following year. Who knows? Well, it's also not good for Ricciardo, though he's staying at McLaren. I think Ricciardo was secretly going get in when Gasly re-signed for AlphaTauri. I bet he was a bit relieved. What is the future big thing at Aston Martin? Will they partner with Audi? Well, the rumour is that Audi... Audi, what to buy into? Alfa Romeo was a rumour. I don't know what Audi are doing. I know that Porsche are going to link up with... Red Bull, so it's going to be Red Bull Porsche in a few years. But Audi, I don't know. Maybe, but it won't be, because Aston Martin are already a big enough outfit. They don't need to be Aston Martin and Audi. They're their own huge company, so you know they don't need a partnership like that. They won't want a partnership like that. Charles Leclerc is simply one of the greatest. Charles Leclerc's simply one of the greatest. Whatever. How many races he won? About 5. He got a long way to go yet before he's one of the greatest, but maybe by the time Charles Leclerc retires, maybe he will be one of the greatest, but I think you're about a decade too soon on that statement. Ricciardo doesn't seem to click with the McLaren car. He just doesn't seem to click, full stop. He's not clicked since he left Red Bull, I would say. Daniel Ricciardo's not clicked since he left Red Bull at the end of 2018. You know, you're getting on 4.5 years. Do you think BMW ever... I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. I'd love, like, manufacturers. But the thing is, right, the thing about the manufacturers coming back is it's too much of a mammoth task to start a team from scratch. Like, you've seen Haas do it, and it's what an effort. And I feel like it's easier just to buy into an existing team. I feel like that's the route that a lot of these companies will go down. You know, look at Porsche. they're just going to team up with an existing team. Audi are probably just team up with an existing team. You know, Audi might buy into McLaren or buy into Alfa Romeo, or rather than going, right, let's start everything from scratch, let's build a factory, let's invest $500 million. It's easier just to go, they're an existing team, they're successful, let's pump our money into that and get the badge on the side of their car, isn't it? It's easier just to buy in rather than set up a new team. But I hope we get Andretti in Formula 1. That'd be a brand new team. You know, I think every single Formula 1 venue's got the capacity for 13 teams. I'm sure that's a thing. I'm sure that the Grand Prix venues are built with the capacity to hold 13 teams. Now, there's been 10 teams in Formula 1 since, 2013 or something like that. So, we need more teams. As I say, it's bad for Ricciardo for his future. Stays at McLaren. I don't know, SHT. I don't know. I mean, Ricciardo might have a great second half of this season, and he might be fine. In fact, he has started picking it up a bit. I'll be fair to Daniel Ricciardo. He has started picking it up a bit. Like Mercedes, they brought a championship-winning team in Brawn. Exactly. People would rather buy in than start afresh. Innit? It's just, you know, the investment to start a team from fresh is unfathomable. I don't even know how Alonso and Stroll work together as teammates. I don't have a good feeling of them. I don't. I think it's a weird move. Right, I'm going to finish reading this article because I didn't even get to the end of it. I was on such of a ramble. Right. Where was it up to? Right. This is the article from racefans.com. Big shout out. They are the best Formula 1 website in the world. Right, this is the article on their website. This is the second half of it. I read the first half of it. Let's read the second half of this article that's come out today about Fernando Alonso signing for Aston Martin for 2023 and beyond. We all appreciate there's much to be done to get to the front, and that we all must apply our energies in working together and find performance. The passion and desire to perform that I've witnessed convinced me to maintain my enjoyment and commitment to the sport. So yeah, again, I think they've sold in the dream, haven't they? Aston Martin have told him they're winning the championship next season, haven't they? Or something mad like that. Alonso returned to F1 with Alpine last season after a 2-year absence. Yeah, he went trying to win Indy 500, and he went off, didn't he, into America and stuff. But yeah, he's back. You see, Alonso's had 2 years out. We thought Alonso had retired, and then he's come back. And now he's like extending it all. It's crazy. And he's moving teams. It's just... I think this is bonkers. I'm not going to lie. I think this is bonkers that he's doing this. As if you've got 35-year-old Sebastian Vettel retiring. You know, he's had this long, illustrious career. And he's like, right, I've done all I need to do. I'm retiring. As if he's been replaced with a man who's 41. No. As if Vettel's been replaced by someone who's 6 years older, who's going, I've still got the passion for it. It's actually mad. It's actually mad that Vettel's been replaced by a man that's 6 years older. Like, he's retiring. He's been replaced by a man that's 6 years older. How mad is that? Stroll said he has known and admired Fernando for many years. And it has been, I mean, for Lawrence Stroll, it's a great signing because for Aston Martin, it is good, actually, because they're getting Fernando Alonso with all his experience. They could have took a gamble on a young driver, or they could have played it boring and gone Nico Hülkenberg. Someone was saying in the chat the other day, Hülkenberg, and I was like, nah, Hülkenberg ain't the one. They could have been boring. They could have gone Hülkenberg, but they've gone. I'll tell you what. Let's get Fernando Alonso. I think maybe for the shareholders and stuff like that, it's like, we've got a 2-time world champion. We had a 4-time world champion. We've still got a world champion in the car. Maybe it's part of that as well. Maybe it's part of like the Aston Martin PR to have a world champion in their car as well. You know, not a thought of that. Maybe that's part of it. You know, so they can say to their shareholders, and they're the big Donnies at Aston Martin, they can say, yeah, Vettel's retired, but we're putting a double world champion Fernando Alonso, and they go, okay. You know, keeps the big cheeses happy. That rather than saying, oh yeah, we're signing we're signing Piastri, or we're signing, we're signing Nick De Vries, and maybe the shareholders go, Nick De Vries, you know what I mean? So if you're signing Fernando Alonso, it's a name, innit? It's a brand, it's a name, it's a big name in Formula One. Maybe that's part of it as well for Aston Martin. On their side, this is a great signing, even if he is 41. So Stroll said, yeah, he's known and admired Fernando. I've set out to bring together the best people and develop the right resources and organisation to succeed in this highly competitive sport. And those plans are now taking shape at Silverstone. This is Lawrence Stroll. It seemed natural, therefore, to invite Fernando to be a part of the development of a winning team. And we very quickly established in our recent conversation we have the same ambitions and values. And it was logical and easy to confirm our desire to work together. In a statement, Alpine said they wish Fernando the best for his future in Formula One. Fernando has always been and always will be part of the Renault and Alpine family. Yeah, because I thought Fernando was bookending his career at the Enstone team. It was like a fairy tale ending, wasn't it? Because Alonso won his championships with this Alpine team. It wasn't called Alpine, but it was, let's say, Team Enstone. That's where they're based. Yeah, it's gone through its many name changes. Probably changed its name 4 times since then, right? But he won his championships with this Enstone team in 2005 and 6. Yeah. Yeah, it was 5 and 6. And then does his whole career, goes to McLaren, goes to Ferrari, retires, comes back, and ends up back at the Enstone team. 20 years, 15 years later, 17 years later, ends up at the team that, and I thought, that's nice. Bookend his career, ends up back, but no, he's moving on again. I'm not done yet. He's saying, I'm not finished yet. Boom. I can't believe he's moving teams again at 41. Who's moving about teams at 41 years of age? Only a man, Fernando. I can't believe this. His departure leaves a vacancy. Well, this is the final little bit here. This is the little bit that what's going to happen with this. His departure leaves a vacancy at the team alongside Esteban Ocon. Who are Alpine going to put in with Ocon? That's the conversation. That's the next conversation. We look forward to finishing the remainder of the 2022 season with Fernando. And we'll keep pushing to the maximum to the end of the final lap. The team will announce its driver lineup for the 2023 Formula One season in due course. So, guys, that is the article. That is the article. And what do we think? What do we think? What do we think? Has he jumped? Was he pushed? What's going on? What's going on with I need a haircut. That's what's going on. Hey, my God. I tell you what. What are we saying? Where was it up to in the chat? That's why it's bad, blah, 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 yeah. Yesterday, Ricardo had a stinker. Where did Ricardo finish? 9th or something. Aston Martin need 2 good drivers, no offence, Lance. Lance is not bad, Lance isn't bad, It's just because his dad owns the team, people automatically think that he's there just because of the money. But I actually think, honestly, I actually think Lance Stroll would be in Formula One anyway, with or without his dad having such an influence. He might not be at that team, but I think Lance Stroll would be in Formula One anyway. I think he's underrated. You've got to remember, he's had a few podiums, Lance Stroll. He's had front row starts in a Williams. He's not actually as dreadful as you think he is, Lance Stroll. He had a pole, think of that Racing Point in, was it 2020? He stuck it on pole position in Turkey in the rain, and he led the first half of that race as well. Lance Stroll should have won the 2020 Turkish Grand Prix. He should have. And it was a bad strategy. I'm sure it was the strategy. I'm sure they put him on the wrong tyres at the wrong time. And then he ended up finishing 4th or something. And he should have... So, I don't think Lance Stroll's as bad as people make out. I think he's not that bad. I mean, listen, he's not on Verstappen, Leclerc, Hamilton, Norris, Russell level. But he's pretty good. Alonso and De Vries would be a good lineup. Well, this is it. They were talking about Nick De Vries replacing Vettel. Well, that ain't happening. I think Nick De Vries. I'll be honest with you. I think Nick De Vries' chance has come and gone. Really, I think he's not a young kid anymore. By the time I feel like he's about 26, 27, De Vries, you're sort of out of the loop by then. You're not a young, exciting prospect by the time you're like 27, are you? So that he might struggle to get in now. If Nick De Vries was going to be an F1 driver, I feel like it would have been about 5 years ago. Good now that Lance will have to get replaced. No, Lance. I mean, it would get weird if Lance was really underperforming. He's not. Like, if Vettel finishes 10th, Stroll finishes 11th, or if Stroll finishes 10th, you know, Stroll can beat Vettel. Stroll's alright, you know, he's not... Stroll's alright. But it would get awkward if Lance Stroll was really underperforming and was, like, 2 seconds off the pace and he was really underperforming. Then it'd get a bit awkward. It's like, ooh, what do you do now? But I think he holds his own. I think he does all right. He's a bit anonymous, and I always say the worst thing to be in Formula One is anonymous. You'd rather be like Pastor Maldonado, causing absolute chaos, because at least you get talked about. But being anonymous in Formula One isn't great. And Lance Stroll's a little bit anonymous. That's when Alonso's still at Ferrari. Alpine better let Alonso end his career with them on a high. I think Alonso can get a podium this season. I really do. I think Alonso can get a podium. Ricardo P15 and got a 5-second penalty. Oh, God. Oh, he did. He did have a stinker. He did, didn't he? I forgot this. Yeah, he hit Lance Stroll, didn't he? Understeered turn 2, hit Lance Stroll. Yeah, no, he did have a stinker in the end, yeah. He was in the top 10. Because it was like Norris 7th, Ricardo 9th, and then yeah, he had a little crash. Oh God, Daniel. Problem is Stroll was inconsistent. Yeah, but SHT, right? Stroll from pole to P9 in Turkey, but he led the first half of that race, and I think they put him on the wrong tyre, or they pitted him at the wrong time. There was some error, not his fault. There was some team error, and then he faded away. But I don't think he's that terrible. Right, anyway, is that about it? What else? And Ricardo running P8 yesterday was over 15 seconds behind. Oh yeah, and Ricardo struggled. This is why I say I think Pierre Gasly signed up too soon for AlphaTauri. But yeah, I mean, they haven't slept on this, have they? You know, this has all happened within 3 or 4 days. I mean, they might have been talking to Alonso previous to Vettel's announcement, but still, we've not even had time to like discuss rumours and who this and that and the other. And Alonso's moved from Alpine to Aston Martin. I think that's about it. Yeah, P10 in France, P11. Stroll's had 2 solid races, you know, yeah. That's what I mean, like Stroll, it's not like Vettel's finishing 9th and Stroll's 19th. You know, then you got a problem. If Vettel's 9th, you know, Stroll's 10th. It's, you know, he's not doing too bad. Right, I think that's about it, guys. We've done a decent amount of yapping about this, but listen, I appreciate you all. Please do drop a like on the stream if you enjoyed it. I'll be back over the summer break if there's any more big breaking news like this. I'll try and sort of put together some other ideas because there's going to be 3 weeks of silence. But yeah, Fernando Alonso signs a multi-year contract with Aston Martin to replace the retiring Sebastian Vettel, and Vettel being replaced by a man who's 6 years older than him. Can you believe it? No, do you know what, Gav? I'm thinking about that, Gav, right? Because let me just turn this down a minute, right? I'm thinking about this, Gav, because wait, let me turn that off. Because doing the gaming and the watch-alongs, I think, is confusing YouTube, and I don't think YouTube knows which category to put me in. So either I do another channel just for the gaming, or carry on regardless. You know, I could just carry on regardless and just be like, bollocks to it and just carry on. But I don't know. I don't know. I think because if you're doing like the real life stuff and then gaming during the week, I think the YouTube computer's going, oh, what channel is it? What kind of a channel is it? So then it's not putting me in any category. So I don't know. Came late once again. Well, yeah, you know, I've been live for 50 minutes talking about Alonso. It's probably long enough. Maybe make a separate playlist. Yeah, maybe playlist might help. Yeah, playlist for both. Yeah, we'll see on that. I'll come back to you on that. Maybe just go live tonight and do a couple of races and that. But I feel like if it's like every day, I do like gaming. So it's like Monday gaming, Tuesday gaming, Wednesday gaming, Thursday gaming, Friday. By the time it gets to a real race on like a Saturday qualifying, I YouTube aren't putting me in the live, like real life category. So then it's just you guys. So then it's literally like no one's here. Do you know what I mean? Because maybe they think I'm a gaming channel by the time it gets to the weekend, innit? So I don't know. But yeah, we'll have to see. I might have to split up the two rather than run it as a one streamline. Have you tried my team? No, maybe we need to jump into that, but do a bit of a my team career mode at some point, I'm sure. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Fernando Alonso signs a multi-year deal to replace the retiring Sebastian Vettel, and now it's all about the vacant seat at Alpine. What are Alpine going to do? That'll be an upcoming story, I'm sure, and an upcoming video. But yeah, guys, drop me a like if you've enjoyed it. We've managed to waffle on a bit, haven't we? We've had a good fun, haven't we? Yeah. I imagine my team. I want it to be out there. If I was going to do my team, I want it to be solid. Right, anyway, peace out, guys. Drop me a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're into Formula 1. I'm live for every single qualifying and every single race from the Formula 1 World Championship. If F1's on, I'm on. And if we get big breaking news, expect me to come live. So yeah, peace out, guys. Love you all. Appreciate every single one of you. See you later, guys.